Now then, let's get this over with. Are you ready to battle me?
What's with this guy? He's a completely different person from earlier.
Yoh Asakura isn't a typical shonen protagonist. He goes through the same motions as other shonen heroes, like training, defeating powerful enemies, and competing in a tournament, but he lacks one of the most ubiquitous traits of the shonen protagonist. Yoh really doesn't care about getting stronger. Most shonen protagonists have a dream in their mind, inspired by hardship and adversity that they must achieve, and even if their mission was thrust upon them, they typically find some motivation to grow and become the greatest throughout their journey. They find something important, something significant that they must prove or become. They have this inherent sense of ambition. Yoh doesn't have that exactly. He doesn't lack motivation per se, but his motivation comes from someplace different. Yoh, at heart, just happens to be a laid-back guy who wants nothing more than an easy life of peace. Granted, he's no slouch. He has quite a great deal of talent as a shaman, particularly as house twin and heir to the Asakura bloodline, and since he was young, he worked hard to learn shamanic practices. But beyond learning increasingly high-level skills and abilities, Yoh would much rather relax, hang out, and commune with the spirits around him.
その何でも知ってる精霊の王ってやつと友達になれば何の苦労もしないで毎日のんびり楽に暮らせるんだろ
In the beginning of the Shaman King journey, Yoh was often found sitting in the cemetery communing with the spirits that reside there. Spirits he calls his friends.
There's no need to be scared, you know. Everybody you see here is a friend of mine.
Even more so than other shamans or even humans without shaman abilities who, for a while, when he was very young, he learned to hate because those humans hated the spiritual realm and those who knew it and disrespected nature. What Yoh desires most out of life is to relax and commune with the spirits, the things that represent who he is and cares about most, and have peace. And although he's charged with the task of entering the Shaman King fight, and even as he seeks the title of Shaman King, it isn't even a title that he finds personally valuable. In fact, it is his friends and companions who champion his mission to become Shaman King even more than him. His mostly self-proclaimed fiancée, Anna, decided on her own that one day she would make Yoh the Shaman King, making her the Shaman King's wife.
Yoh, あんたには今日から私のスペシャル修行コースを実践してもらうわよ。私をシャーマン界のファーストレディーにするために。
And so, as Yoh perfected his techniques, as he learned higher and higher level abilities, he was spurred forward by Anna, his spirit partner Amidamaru, and his companions. Yet beyond his need to be encouraged, to have someone tell him to get out of bed and hit the gym, it is actually Yoh's desire to see peace, to relax, to commune with those most important to him, that is his motivation to be the greatest. Yoh may not possess a deep sense of ambition, but he is deeply spiritual as a shaman and has a clear sense of good, justice, and the stakes of the things that exist around him. He knows that the results of the shaman fight he's participating in could mean destruction for billions of lives, along with the life of peace he wants most, as it's how the main antagonist and Yoh's twins desire to create a world in which only the strong, those who are shaman, exist. However, the peace that is in jeopardy for Yoh is not just for himself, it's for his friends and family, humans and spirits alike. It is for that peace that he learns he must be strong enough to protect and guide everyone around him towards a future that they can all enjoy together. And moreover, Yoh recognizes that for every act of kindness, every bond he's created, and the devotion he receives from his comrades and Anna that softened his heart towards the world and humans that support him and want him to be the best, he must pay it back. So he'll become the strongest, the most spiritual, the most gifted, even the Shaman King, to give back everything that was given to him, to see the future of peace that he wants most. The Shaman King fight was only a means to an end, In fact, Yoh almost left the Shaman King fight because one of his loved ones was in danger, and it was the only choice at the time to save them. Yoh's convictions, his desires, and even his triumphs aren't wrapped up in self-concepts, titles, and achievements. All of Yoh's efforts are in service of the peace he wants most to enjoy with those he treasures most. Some people don't have an inherent sense of ambition. Some don't care if one person is stronger or taller or faster than them. They may not want to be the king truly. What they desire most is the companionship and devotion of the people they love. When others are fighting for titles, all they want to do is sit in the presence of the people they care about most. But when it comes to helping others, when it comes to saving the world, when it comes to the person they care about most, they'll face any trial. They'll defeat the sun to shed its light. They'll conquer the deep waters to satisfy their thirst. For their loved ones, they'll do all this just to give back all that they've received from them. This is the personhood of Yoh, someone who to most people is just a laid-back guy. And perhaps he is by nature, but he will go to any lengths to see the peace and security of those he cares about. He recognizes the benefit others receive when he's at the height of his powers and works harder. He will do whatever it takes if it is good and pleasing and beneficial to that hope, for the sake of being at ease, to be at peace and commune with those he cares about. In truth, Yoh never quite became the Shaman King, but where he landed was exactly where he wanted to be.
シャーマンファイト界のファーストレディーになるっていう私の立場はどうなるの？よう。せあんたならこうなるって分かってたし。だから私も惚れたのだしね。